Alright guys, we're back here with another video on my Golden Tee machine. Today's video is going to be concentrating on the arcade collection. So, like we talked about, if you guys watch my overview video of this machine, the arcade collection is a collection of 3 games from Incredible Technologies that they put into one package now. Basically, they are starting to sell a Pedestal here at the end of August. Has the arcade collection artwork and stuff like that, and it has 3 other games. It has Silver Strike Bowling, it has Powerputt Mini Golf, and it has Target Toss. Which are 3 of their really good games that everyone always talks about from them, of course, with Golden Tee separated. And what I have here is a combination of having Golden Tee 2022, like we talked about in my previous video, along with the arcade collection. If you guys want to see the overview for that, how all of it works, be sure to look at the links down below in this video so you guys can watch that as well. But in this video, we're going to be doing a gameplay deep dive on what you guys can expect out of these 3 games if you guys get the arcade collection yourself. So let's go ahead and get into the video.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a brekkie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Alright guys, so here we are with the arcade collection, so I can give you guys an overview of the games that are on here and what you guys can expect. So this is the main menu of the arcade collection. You can see the new interface here. You have all 3 games. You have Powerputt Golf, you have Silver Strike Bowling, and Target Toss Pro. So let's go ahead and just look at Silver Strike Bowling first.
Hello and welcome to Silver Strike Bowling. I'm Matt Kern, and announcing today's game is Randy Peterson, holder of 13 career titles.
So you can see here it asks you how many players you want to play with. Of course, you can select up to 8. We're just going to go ahead and do 1 for the time being. And then you have your options of Classic Bowling, Vegas Bowling, Spare Challenge, and Flash Bowling. The options that have been in this game for a while, so for the time being, we're just going to go ahead and do Classic. You can do a single game or a 3-game series, which is cool. And then you have 3 different lanes to actually choose from here. And what's cool about this game, of course, it keeps local records and everything like that. You can change your clothing, kind of mess with that. You can change your gender, and you can change the ball that you're using as well. Of course, it has the announcers in the background that announce the game and all that kind of stuff that I really like. But it has the classic Silver Strike Bowling gameplay that I really like. That was terrible. Terrible way to show the game off. Let's try that again, folks. Yeah, that was even worse. I promise you I'm not this bad at this game when I usually play. We'll do the next frame here, but yeah, the classic gameplay, like the really good. This is by far the best arcade bowling game I've ever played, which is why I wanted it so bad. That's a little bit better. I love the announcers haggling you every time you play and stuff like that. I love all of that. I love the style of gameplay. All of it works really well. And then, of course, you make the leaderboard and stuff like that. You can hit options on here. Let's just go ahead and exit this for the time being. And we're just going to go ahead and hit start. You can also customize over here. But I'm just going to go ahead and play or quit for the time being. We're obviously not going to go through a full game. I just wanted to show you guys what you guys can expect out of this game. Moving on to the next game, if we look at Target Toss Pro. This one has 2 games, and one essentially has the lawn darts and the bag, so we'll take a look at both here. Let's look at lawn darts first. What's really cool about this game that I really like is that it has up to 16 players that you can play. So you can play 4 players in regular, or you can also do a 16-player tournament. So lots of fun that you can have locally with players at home when you want to have a 4, 8, or 16-player tournament. So obviously for now, we're just doing 1. And it also has different game modes. This one has classic lawn darts that you can play regular. You can do 501. You could do cricket or poker darts, which is fantastic. For the time being, I'm going to just show you the lawn darts, the regular, so you can get a feel for what it's like. But 301 and 501 and crickets and stuff, plays that you would expect in a dartboard, but just on the ground, as you're about to see. You can see what the points are worth.
It's a beautiful day for a game of lawn darts.
And then, of course, you have one that affects your shots there in the top corner and all that kind of stuff. And you're obviously just trying to win this back and do that. You get 1 point for hitting it in the circle. And then, of course, you would put your thing for the leaderboards, like you do for most of the other games. And this game is also really fun to play. When you're playing the 501 that it has in there, it has like a dart board on the floor instead, and then you're kind of throwing darts that way. And the same thing for cricket and stuff, which is really fun. That was a nice shot. I got 3 for getting it in the center. And this game actually has, and you guys can kind of hear the announcer in the background, it has raw talk enabled. So basically when you do really, really bad, or really good, depending, he throws some curses out there, which is pretty cool. You can turn that on or off in the operator settings, but really cool to have that option because it just adds some fun to the game when you have some people over.
In for one. Pop one up on the scoreboard.
There we go. Right on the 10.
See how we're doing.
So yeah, that's that game there. And then obviously go through different innings playing. Game's a lot of fun. I love playing this game as well. Let's go ahead and exit out of this. You can turn off raw talk right from there if you want to. But I have it turned on. You can even see the rules right from there. But we'll exit that. We'll go back into the same game to show you the other one, which is bags, which is basically like cornhole. Same exact idea here. 1 player, you can do 2 player head-to-head. You got cutthroat, 3 player team, 2v2, or the tournament. All fantastic options to be able to play tournament mode with a bunch of people at your house really easily, which I really love. So here's bags. Perfect swish is 5, hits in the box 3. So same idea here. It's like cornhole bags. I think is the name that they go by in the UK from what I read. But here you also do the same thing. And that was terrible. Just I got him on the board. 1 for getting on the board. And here we go with the leaderboard here. Not like it matters because we're not going to be playing the full game anyway. But I love the fact that this keeps track of all the leaderboards and stuff while you're playing. And don't forget these games are 1080p 60 frames a second for the first time. This game was never in 1080p 60 frames up until this arcade collection. So now you can finally play this in 1080p 60 FPS, which is fantastic. Because even their Pedestal models before the arcade collection didn't have it. This game takes some getting used to. I'm still learning how to play this well. Yeah, I'm doing terrible.
He's right on the edge. Here's the replay.
Barely got that on the bag. Doing real well.
Nice shot. Let's take a look at
I really wanted to show you guys one in the center, but that doesn't look like that's going to
It's the
happen.
3rd inning.
Ooh, that was close.
Adds 1.
That was not. There we go. Perfect 5 points. So you would have gotten 3. You would have gotten 3 if it hit like the outside of the emerald did, since I went straight in, I got 5. So yeah, this game's a lot of fun as well. Like I said, I'm still practicing on this game on how to do well, especially with the wind and stuff. But fun times to have all of these games to be able to play with a bunch of people at your house and stuff like that. Let's move on to the next one here. And the other one in the arcade collection is Powerputt Golf. So let's take a look at that.
Hunter Thompson here, manning the mic.
Same idea here. 1 player, 2 player, 3 player, 4 player, 5 to 8, or you can even do a bracket play. So fantastic
Are
options
you
there.
all in? Play poker putt.
You can play poker, which is interesting. Make the game a little bit more interesting. Build the best poker hand. Cards are rewarded for every great shot you get, every eagle, or every hole in one, and you're trying to make the best poker hand. So you add a little bit of flavor to the game, or you don't have to. We're going to leave it on for the time being. It's the same thing you saw with the cards in the bags game we were just playing. And you can choose to play 18 or 9 holes, doesn't matter. We'll do 18 holes for now. I believe it has 18 different courses, all really unique. So you got Haunted Hills, Camelot, Safari River, Las Vegas, Skull Island, Dusty Trail, Freaky Tiki, Bigfoot, King's Putt, Roadside, and then back here. I think that's actually like 12. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, yeah, 12. So 12 full course, 18 whole courses that you can play on here, and they're all unique. So let's just go ahead and do the Haunted Hills one.
The spirits are restless here at Haunted Hills.
So this kind of uses the same exact gameplay of what you expect from a game like Golden Tee, but instead for mini golf. So it actually makes it harder, because if you guys have played Golden Tee is not an easy game, and this is using the same mechanics for Golden Tee. You can see the graphics are really cool on the course that you're playing. Oh, right out. That's a
What
great
kind of
start.
fucking shot was that?
And you see he just cursed me out,
With a
telling me
putt
what
for
kind of
power.
fucking shot was that. Because Raw Talk is also enabled in this game as well. Raw Talk is for Power Putt and for the target toss games. You can do that in. Yeah, I gotta learn how hard to.
Fucking bitch.
So I gotta learn how to do this well. And not go so hard. That's a lot better. I'm so used to Golden Tee smacking it hard. That is definitely not the way you do it here. Nice little sound effects from it being creepy here. This
Great
guy.
putt. You're on the leaderboard.
We'll leave that alone for now because we're not going to play the whole game.
And hole 2.
Love the music and the sound effects here. Of course, you can turn your body around depending on where you want to go. Let's go ahead and try this. That was better. That was better.
This putt is for birdie.
Got it.
Fucking sweet.
Fantastic, fantastic. So, these are the games that are on the arcade collection as you guys are looking at here. They're fantastic fun between the variety of each one. This one being mini golf with like the Golden Tee mechanics and stuff. Having 12, 18 hole courses that are very differently designed with their own mini golf courses with their own graphics and stuff, which is great. Having Raw Talk on all of them to have all that fun. Having poker ability so you can play poker hands, which is really cool. That's fun. And then, of course, having these 3 games to actually have, again, you can buy this unit and have the arcade collection artwork on top and just have that. And then you would have the 3 games in the arcade collection, which is great. You don't need 3 pedestals anymore. But for me, I got an even better deal where I got Golden Tee 2022 with the PC inside. And then another PC inside that has the arcade collection with the magic switcher and stuff. And I kind of can just rotate between the 2 games. So I even did one better. So I have everything in one unit. But no, you can definitely buy the arcade collection and now have all 3 games in one. Fantastic. I'm super happy that they did that. So we don't need like 3 hard drives, 3 CIDs, 3 computers, and all that nonsense that you needed to get these games to work before. Now it's just one for all 3 games and 1080p 60 FPS. So fantastic to have this, guys. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of gameplay and idea of what you guys can expect out of the arcade collection. If you guys are looking into buying this yourself, go ahead and look into that. It's coming out at the end of August. So let's go to the table and give you guys my final thoughts on this. Alright guys, so that was an overview of the arcade collection. So like I said in the beginning of this video, I'm super happy that Incredible Technologies finally decided to do this because I always wanted these 3 games. I especially love Silver Strike Bowling and stuff like that, and Power Putt and their target toss game, but I knew I wasn't going to have 3 separate cabinets for these games, and I knew it was really complicated to get like a magic switcher and have 3 different boards and 3 different hard drives for each of the games, 3 different CID chips and all that kind of stuff that involves in getting all these games to work, because it's not just buying the PC and plugging it in. You need more than that to get these games to run. So it was a real pain to get that to actually work. And what we have here is they put it all on one board. So now it's just one board. It's upgraded to 1080p for the first time. These games weren't always in 1080p 60 FPS. So now they are, so they're updated to more current standards, and it looks great, and it runs fantastic, and now we all have it on one board, and it's easier to own. Like I said, I have it on a Golden Tee machine where it's Golden Tee and the arcade collection where I switch it back and forth, and I talk about that in my overview of the arcade cabinet. If you guys want to see that, check the link below. But essentially, I have a switcher in there that switches between the 2 games, so when I want to play the arcade collection, out down there. If I want to play Golden Tee, I switch to the other one, and it's a great idea. But if you just want the arcade collection and you already have a Golden Tee unit like this, or you just want the other 3 games because you don't really care about Golden Tee, they are selling a Pedestal unit that is now available for pre-order, coming out at the end of August, that has the artwork for the arcade collection sitting here on top, so it won't say Golden Tee like mine will, and it will have those 3 games on there as well. Or of course you can go a more expensive route and do what I did and get a Pedestal unit like this that has all the games, where it has Golden Tee 2022 and the arcade collection, and then have a switcher in there that's called a magic switcher that kind of rotates between both of those games whenever you want to. So if you guys have any questions about what you guys saw in today's gameplay or anything I talked about with this, leave those questions down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Until next time.